Man, does your hand ever itch like in the center or like inside your hand, and you can't really scratch those? It's like a deep core itch in like the dead center of your hand. All right, you want around? Go around. Go on. There you go. Nice. Yay. Ooh, the truck too. All right, everybody get close to me. All right. Yeah? Ho, ho, ho. There goes the bottom of that trailer. Good Lord. Well, that's fun. All right, let's get into it. It's time for me to really reel it in. You know, I think it's one of those days where we bring it in. We bring it in real close. We get real close with each other. Talk about something serious in light of everything that's going on in the world. I think that let's talk about a topic that really hits down deep for everybody, and I mean, we all have to deal with it, and we all have our sides that we choose on it. Some of us believe certain ways and feel different ways about it. This is just the way I feel about it, and then y'all can feel a different way. So maybe this is and let me preface this by, of course, I'm late because I've already made an episode about procrastination, and it is Thursday morning, and I'm going to work, but I mean, I'm still doing it, so that counts for at least a fraction of what it should count for. But I think we should bring it in. This is going to be like a different episode. Maybe I should title this one, What Do You Feel Wednesday? Like, because you're going to feel a certain way about this topic that I'm bringing up. And it's a serious one, and it's really plagued our country for a long time. And we need to figure out how we stand on it as a whole. Because I'm tired of the fence flopping, Which side are you on? Oh, sometimes I think there's more than one fence. So here we go. Today's topic is... Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. Magic. We're talking about magic today. And I'm not talking about the card game, okay? But if you like that, that's fine. I'm talking about actual magic. The smoke, the glory, the crazy soundtracks to really get you amped up and involved into the show, or not. People on the street, people on the stage. Is it real? Is it not real? Are there real kinds and then there's also fake kinds? I don't even know now. It's crazy. Plagued this country for years. We got to figure this stuff out. I've always loved magic. Like, I used to watch a bunch of, we had magic shows on VHS when I was younger. Those of you who don't know what a VHS is, yeah, I hear you. It's a cassette, like a DVD, even if you do. I'm wondering if people even know what DVDs are. But I'm getting off subject. VHS, put it in a VHS player, shows magical moving pictures on your television screen. But I used to watch huge shows like Siegfried and Roy and like Penn and Teller and stuff like that. Their shows. I've always been super intrigued with magic. Now the question is how do you define what's real? Because technically, if they're doing it right in front of you, magic is real. But I mean, is there woo magic? Like Harry Potter style? I'm not sure if it's up to that level. For sure, I know it's not up to that level. We'd have definitely seen it, or maybe we wouldn't, because they have mind control things. Or memory erasing. Us muggles are unaware. So that may still exist. I'm not entirely sure If it does or not, we'll never know, maybe. But as far as like people being able to like move things with their minds or manipulate, physical objects in our world, I think there might be a few people that can do that or have figured it out at least in a small way to affect things. But I do realize that most magic is really just like, not misconception, misinterpretation, something? No, that's not what it is. Like sleight of hand and stuff is what I'm trying to get at. Like, you're really focusing on the wrong thing so they can, make something else happen. But I still love it. Like, I think magic more for people is a feeling, because stuff can feel magical and it's not like a magic trick. Does that make sense? I'm sure if you go to like Disney World or Disneyland or something like that, like it's magical to a certain extent. Fireworks are another thing. Fireworks are magical as all get out. Like, they can put a magical feeling, into you. Even though it's not magic, that's just explosions. Colorful ones, and they're spectacular. So I think it's really how you define what is real. B, how you define what is magical. And C might be just what you believe in general, or if you're allowed to believe in, like allowed, meaning your mind allows you to believe in it. Because you see these crazy things like old school, like David Blaine stuff, not when he was just like standing on a pole for 48 hours, or I'm going to be frozen in an ice block kind of thing. I don't find that stuff as being classed as magic. But like some of the crazy stuff, like insane card tricks or mentalism. Mentalism is the thing. A lot of people class that as magic. And I think that's more or less being able to read people. Because people have a lot of tells. If you're good at reading people's body language, eye movement, just overall like feeling that they're giving off, I think you can pull off some crazy magic. I think mentalism is the one that intrigues me the most, because I've seen some crazy people like pull off some stuff that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And maybe there's inside information that you don't know about or whatever, but man, some of that stuff's crazy. Like guessing, past events, or names of like first boyfriends that they had in like 3rd grade when they're already like 34 years old and stuff like that, or like writing down numbers before they even have a conversation with them, and then they turn them around and get them to say it. Maybe they don't get them to say it, but I think mentalism and influencing are like really close hand to hand, and that one I really feel like is magical. Crazy stuff. Like I feel like that power could really help you out if you were like a salesperson. If you could do it right, then you have to kind of wager on what the toll is of your own head, thinking like, do they really need that? Or, well, some people don't really care, but like selling people stuff that they don't even need, or it hurts them in the long run, that's what I'd be worried about. But that one's always magical to me, and I love it. And what I don't like is the crazy showmanship. I mean, I do like it because it's hilarious to me, like crazy girls in outfits and dance moves and like soundtracks to the show where it perfectly syncs up with the actions going on. It's crazy over the top. Siegfried and Roy were like big on that. I'm pretty sure the showmanship was just off the charts, and I loved it, but only because it was so dang corny that it was hilarious to me. It's like the sci-fi movies that people watch that are just terrible, but you watch it because you know it's terrible and it's just fun to watch. Hence the reason there's dang 5 Sharknadoes. 5 movies about tornadoes that are made with sharks in them. How'd the sharks survive? Is there water in there? There's enough oxygen in the water vapor in the storm of the tornado to keep the sharks alive? I freaking don't get it. They're hilarious. I digress though. Not magical. Just funny. So that's part of it. I think a lot of it is craftsmanship too, and what they do. I know a lot of them work really hard. So that's generally, when you work hard, stuff inevitably comes out eventually on top for you, on top to a certain level. I always used to try to invent card tricks when I was younger. Never made them work. I think it's because I wasn't good at deception or deceiving people or making people look into a different area so that I could do like a card glance and I know exactly where your card's at or stuff like that. But I love it. Sometimes I get on kicks just watching like street magic on YouTube. You can get lost. You'd be gone for an hour. That's magical in itself. You lose all track of time trying to figure out where your life went wrong. You could have been a magician wearing skin-tight leather pants and a vest with like maybe a crazy hat, working the streets. And the gambit of magicians is crazy. You get people crazy like that are just like, they're not literally crazy, I'm just using it as a loose adjective. They wear, clothes that you wouldn't think maybe normally to wear, but it's an attention grabber, and maybe that works into their favor because it's distracting. But then there's other ones that wear like business suits, and they go about it a different way. Then there's comedian ones. I mean, it's a show. But the whole premise is like I don't class it as magic unless I feel that magical power inside of me, which sounds weird. But you know what I mean? Like that feeling of like, oh, like, how did they do that? Is it real? Is it not real? Where did I go wrong? How come my eyes deceive me? You do me wrong, eyes? And the ones that they do it really up close, like even the camera's like right up on them. That stuff blows my mind. I don't know. I really hope that there is real magic to a certain extent where it actually is like magical. Like I always thought telekinesis was very magical. Telepathy is also magical, but I don't know if that one really exists. I guess it could be to some degree. Some of that is not necessarily mind reading, but goes back into that mentalism thing where you can read people's body language or their eyes and their reactions on stuff that you're saying, so you can follow a trail of breadcrumbs into the answer that you're trying to get, or get them to say and influence. I've always been intrigued with that, and I actually do hope it's real, and I hope somebody figures out how to get it to work. Maybe more telekinesis than telepathy, but I don't know. I hope it works out. Somebody figure that stuff out. Let me know if you do. So these are just some general thoughts that I have on magic. Let me run them down right fast, bullet point style. Boom. I love it. Magic is more like a feeling than actual actions, I feel like, for me. One thing I'd love to be actual true is like telekinesis. I think moving stuff with your minds or manipulating physical objects with your minds is magical, and I would love for that to happen. 4, I love the showmanship, but I also don't like it because I feel like some of them go way over the top. But because they go way over the top, I think it's hilarious, and it really works in their favor because you get distracted. I get it. I understand why you're doing it. Touche to you. 5, mentalism, kind of my favorite style of magic because it blows my mind, and I'd like to learn more into that. That sounds weird. I don't like that phrase. I would like to learn more about that and get into it. Was I trying to combine those two things together? Not sure. So this is just my take on magic and kind of how I feel about it this morning on my way to work. Let me know what you think about magic. little hint when I was really young and I'd watch it, sometimes it would scare me because I didn't understand it, which is just such a human thing to do. Like, I don't get this, it scares me. But then I think that curiosity and kind of being scared about it intrigued me so much that I just kept watching it. It doesn't really scare me now, obviously, but it still intrigues me. So that's what I think. How about you let me know what you think? And maybe next week's episode will actually come out on Wednesday. Wouldn't that be magical?